guys know what this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm is
We
it?
have the world's great military people in this room, I will tell you that. And we're going to have a great evening. Thank you all for coming.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
It's an honor to be here with the first Jewish president of the United States. And if he isn't, he should be.
I am the chosen one.
Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago, according to White House official. There it is. That's his blog. He said, President Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago and joined Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in New York City, according to a high-level White House official. Mr. Goldberg says the story has allegedly been held by CNN's editors for months, but is due to be released within the next few days. David Elias Goldberg, a fellow at the Jewish Center of Anti-Semitic Study, has also interviewed the White House source. According to the source, Trump was pushed by his daughter Ivanka and son-in-law Jared Kushner to join the faith. At first, Trump resisted, stating it would threaten his base of evangelical Christian voters. However, he had a change of heart and officially converted in early 2017. The ceremony was held in private and closely guarded for nearly 2 years. It appears the White House is prepared to slowly release this information, and by summer, it is expected Trump will fully address his new faith in an evening televised news conference. He is clearly the most pro-Israel president in the history of America. He's given Israel every single thing that they've wanted, and he's about to give them war with Iran.
You okay?
And so has he converted? So I want to show you one more article. This is, let me see if I can.
This is the Times of Israel.
Yeah, the Times of Israel. This was published March 22nd, 2019. This is the Times of Israel. Trump, the first Jewish president of the United States.
Now, that's not us saying that. That's Times of Israel. Times of what nation? Israel.
So the people in Israel, that's an English-speaking newspaper in Israel, and that's what they read, that Donald Trump is the first Jewish president of the United States.
And how did they qualify that, Rick?
They gave a list of things that he did for Israel.
First of one, of course, moving the embassy to Jerusalem.
That's right.
That was a big deal.
Then recognizing Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. He's the first sitting U.S. president to visit the Western Wall. They gave him credit for defeating ISIS. They gave him credit for rebuking the United Nations for when the UN criticized Israel. They credit him with closing the Palestinian office in Washington, D.C. And they said these things, what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these 6 things qualify Donald Trump to be named the first Jewish president of the United States.
And that's what the Times of Israel said.
Again, that was not David Duke's newsletter.
Right.
It's a Jewish-owned newspaper. And they're proclaiming Donald Trump to be the first Jewish president of the United States. So now when you look at this David Elias Goldberg saying that a White House insider told him that President Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago.
Suddenly it doesn't sound so crazy, does it?
Now it's not too crazy. And that CNN knows about it, and CNN is sitting on the story and will be releasing it at some point.
It was history's darkest hour. Millions of innocent, wonderful, and beautiful lives, men, women, and children, were extinguished as part of a systematic attempt to eliminate the Jewish people. It was the most savage crime against God and his children.
We were so deeply moved to see that picture of you touching the stones of the wall. And may I say, we were deeply moved to see First Lady Melania Trump touching the stone on that wall, and equally moved when we saw your daughter Ivanka and your son-in-law Jared do the same.
Okay, so let's just, what if it's true? What if it's true? What does that say to you, Doc?
That says to me there's been such a major shift in values in America. It's no longer Judeo-Christian values anymore. It's Judeo values now.
Yes. Yes.
And the people sinned a great sin, for they had made them a god of gold.
Awesome.
That is so cool. We're the people. That is so cool.
This is Dabu7, wanting to take you inside of the $100 million penthouse on the 66th floor of Trump Tower. And no, this is not Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. This is exposing sun worship in the occult. And his penthouse is littered with all kinds of imagery. You can see the Masonic pillars. This theme is copied all across this place. It is mirrored in the floor and in the ceiling, literally. As above, so below. In all of this is set off by some interesting detail that I want to share with you. Now in the background, back here on the right, you have a family portrait. They say the siblings, and then a picture of his father, this book worth $15,000, that is sitting here, pillow with his coat of arms. But then we get to the other pictures, and the statues, and the vases. And what it symbolizes is exactly what Trump believes in. You see, on the wall here, the centerpiece is Apollo, the sun god, the son of Zeus, centered between the pillars, dead center, showing his loyalty, showing what he believes is important. Do you know who Eros and Psyche are? Look into the story here. One of the children of Aphrodite. You see, and this love affair ended up peaceful only because of one reason. Because Zeus said it was going to happen and overrid Aphrodite. Now Zeus had a son named Apollo and a twin sister named Artemis. And Apollo was the god of the sun. Sun worship. And what is very telling about this sun worship is that even right here in the headline, they point out that this is Apollo up in this picture up here, led by Aurora, the Greek goddess of the dawn, suggesting that Trump sees himself the mold of Apollo, Zeus's son, one of the most powerful of the gods. All depicted right here, just in this one room.
I am the chosen one.
Every president, at least going back as far as the senior Bush, has signed on Education Day a bill known as the Noahide Laws. And Donald Trump is part of that elite group surrounded by Jewish rabbis.
A plan to deceive Christians into believing in something, a great delusion, so grand that Christians would be so blinded by idol worship that they wouldn't be able to see through it. And of course, never in human history that any of us could recall in our lifetimes have we seen Christians so united behind a political figure the way they are behind Donald Trump. And I'm doing this video to show you how Donald Trump not only is not a Christian, he is a member of the same secret societies that all of these wicked elites are members of. We've seen these photographs of Donald Trump in the past, right, where he's wearing this robe. This is the robe of the Royal Arch Masonry. For those of you that don't know, Freemasonry exists in your town. It exists all around the earth. Freemason lodges is where these people meet in secret and worship the Luciferian doctrine. The people in positions of power, from political figures to celebrities, have all gone through Freemasonry and now reside in positions of power over the rest of us after going through their degrees in Freemasonry and other secret societies where they've worshiped the Luciferian doctrine. These are photographs of Donald Trump wearing the Royal Arch Masonry robe. This is the 33rd degree Freemason status that Donald Trump has. Donald Trump has been seen in videos circulating around the internet for years where he is dressed in this Royal Arch robe. It's very clear that Donald Trump has been a trained Jesuit soldier for a long period of time. And now you're seeing what Donald Trump, with all this training and all this indoctrination of Trump since the 80s as being a businessman, being a tycoon, they've been waiting for now, and they've unleashed Trump as a deceiver on the masses.
And moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all over the place.
The devil came to Pennsylvania holding a rifle, but an American lion got back up on his feet and he roared!
In a world where everything evolved around politically, everything evolved around Israel, and the power was amazing.
Good morning, AIPAC. Good morning.
I've been meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu later today, and President Obama will meet with him tomorrow.
He once called me the first Jewish president. Stand up for Israel and look out for the rights of the Jewish people.
If I could be elected Prime Minister today, if I ever decided to give this up and go over to Israel, I would be elected very quickly. They have polls at 99%.
When Israel is singled out because of anti-Jewish hatred, that is anti-Semitism.
I did not need to be a Jew to be a Zionist, for I am.
We're going to take back our country, and we're going to make Israel great again.
And we're going to make Israel great again.
We need to support Israel. No hands if your butt. So we have to save Israel. Look, you're here for a reason. We have to save Israel. This is no longer games.
We will remove the jihadist sympathizers and Jew haters. We're going to remove the Jew haters who do nothing to help our country. They only want to destroy our country. And we will never let the horrors of October 7th be repeated here on American soil. We will not let that happen, and we will solve the problem that